So as a kid, I really wanted to be able to do whatever the hell I wanted. And when I say kid, I mean I'm 20 years old, wanted to get out of the house. My family's religious, they're not into that. So I knew what I needed to do was to start making money. So I started looking at job postings. I happened to show up for one. It turns out they're done for the day. They're not interviewing anymore. And on the way out of the building, I see a real estate office and I just poke my head in there, ask if they're hiring. They are, and that was my first job. Hi, my name is Michael Weitzman and I'm a real estate developer in New York City. So I knew that to do what I wanted in life, I needed to grab life by the horns and make it happen for myself. Nobody was gonna do that for me. Our first deal, we demolished a single-story warehouse, turned it into a 100,000 square foot mixed-use property on the Williamsburg waterfront. It's comprised of 45 apartments and 38,000 square feet of commercial space. We dealt with every problem under the sun, things that experienced developers will never have to deal with. But we fought through it, and that's what we do. I mean, we just kept going, don't give up, and as long as you get to the finish line, you win. Our second deal, we converted a 2-family home on a residential block in Jamaica Estates into a 9-story, 38-unit apartment building. I actually had the listing as a broker for that house. I was chasing a deal on the corner, and as soon as I saw that go south and realized I wasn't gonna get it, I made sure to beat our highest offer at the time and lock down that deal. We were extremely involved in the construction process on the second deal. After learning from our experience on the first one, relying on contractors, sitting around, waiting for it to happen is not what you want to be doing. You want to make sure things are getting done. You need to show up, see that it's getting done. If it's not, somebody needs to be yelled at. What were we saying again? 70 Havemeyer is a deal that came up also while we were in the middle of that second deal, Wexford Terrace. It's a ground lease deal. It's in a great part of Williamsburg. Havemeyer was a 3-story school with a parking lot. We turned it into a 40,000 square foot, 7-story building comprised of 48 apartments and 1,000 square feet of commercial space. Part of doing that deal was we purchased air rights, which was something that we learned how to do from our first deal. So now we had experience buying air rights. We were able to use that experience to leverage this new deal, 70 Havemeyer, and increase the returns. One of the things that we do really well is turn obstacles into new strengths. For example, we become a general contractor. Spearhead Contracting is our contracting company, and that allows us and helps us steamroll through the construction process. 723 Manhattan Avenue, that's our latest and greatest deal. It's another 99-year ground lease. We love that concept, being able to acquire amazing assets for a really low price point. It's a mixed-use property. We're gonna be developing 56 luxury apartments and 18,000 feet of commercial space. The property is on the cusp of the Williamsburg Greenpoint waterfront area. I love this neighborhood, it's awesome. You know, you walk the neighborhood, you feel the vibe, people are alive. It's an urban area with a really homey feel. Early on in the design process, we found out that a tenant, a national daycare, was looking for space in the neighborhood. We spoke to the broker about their criteria, designed exactly what they were looking for, handed it to them on a silver platter, and now we have a lease out for 12,500 feet and an amazing price. We're also going to be the general contractor on this deal. Nobody's going to push through the deal, through the project, through construction better than we will, or harder for us than we will. I just love what I do, real estate, development. Being able to pull all these moving parts together is just amazing. It moves me. There's so many angles, so many ways to cut the cookie. It just excites the hell out of me. Here at W, we love what we do. We produce, we get it done. Come join us in the next deal.